Intended needleworker Kim.
Amy, Mrs. Flossy.
And our special guest.
Diane, the woodpecker's daughter.
Yay, we got Diane on with us, and we're at Diane's house, and we're super excited. We have Kim here from Cali, our Cali girl, and we are super excited to be together. Kim said, hey, I'm gonna come to town if you guys are available. We're like, we will be available.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and Diane hosting us, and we're just having a ball, right?
So much fun.
Can't even begin to tell you. We don't want to get emotional, so we're gonna move
move
along.
Tears. Yeah.
So we thought we'd come on the video today and show you what we were stitching this weekend while we've been together.
Well, we really haven't stitched a whole lot. But
That's true.
We've certainly had a good time thinking about it.
Yeah, we
about
put a
it,
few
right?
X's in, you know.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with you at your end, and we'll just work our way down. What do you think?
So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to show you this fabulous finish. I brought the stitching, finished it while I was here. And then we had a really wonderful afternoon yesterday in Diane's amazing craft sewing room, and I really just kind of handed it to Diane. The three of us collaborated, but Diane worked all the magic. She stitched it together for me. She had the fabric, all the extras, the wool felt, the little beautiful scissors, the buttons. It was so much fun just chatting, and she stuffed it for me. I mean, it's amazing. So thank you so much, Diane. I absolutely love it.
Well, I still want to say the trick to that stuffing is that doll stuffing.
That's right.
amazing.
Is that what it's called? Doll stuffing?
Yeah.
It's doll stuffing. It looks like fiber fill, but it doesn't bounce back like fiber fill. It stays where you put it.
Scattered seed samplers, and you'll see I left off the little bird here on the bee scap. And we had a lot of different ideas running around about making it some sort of a scissors pocket, and this is where we ended up. But so cute.
It's adorable.
That's so cute.
So cute.
I told her I'd be happy to hang on to it for her until she finds a place in her room.
Friend.
Yeah.
Thanks, friend.
You know, anything for you.
Okay.
We aim to please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to show what you were working on as far as active whip? Or
Okay, so then this was the other thing I pulled out after I finished the bird. I put in a little bit of border stitching
And we all know how
on
much she
this
loves doing
one.
borders.
Yes, so I was whining about that a little bit. They can tell you in person I do whine when I stitch borders.
Can you see it good?
So, and this is 36 count parchment. What is a Lady of Gent Time Well Spent by Mary Wind Farm. This was because I saw Brenda in the serial starter. She was stitching this. So that
so beautiful.
was my other.
And those pink clocks are right up your alley.
That was kind of obviously what drew me to it. The pink clocks. For sure.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
That's so quirky, those clocks.
I
That's
know.
cool.
I know. It's fun.
Super fun. Well, I'll show you what I worked on this weekend. As you know, I started dabbling in designing, and I have a Christmas piece, and I've been stitching on that, and so I thought I would give you a little sneak peek. So first off, let me show you some of the colors for it. Pink and red and greens, some browns, and I was gonna give you a quick little flash. Ta-da!
It's amazing, you guys.
I'm so
Now,
excited.
You're gonna want it.
I'm using silks, but I will have also a cotton overdyed conversion and a DMC conversion. So all my friends, whatever you like to stitch with, you'll be set. And also, as far as the linen goes, you can use any kind of color gray, any of your favorite Christmas fabrics, because this is browns and greens and pinks and red and gold, anything. So look forward to that coming your way. I'm really trying to have it done by the end of this month. So stay tuned for that. So how about you, Diane? What were you working on this weekend? Working on keeping us happy.
Yeah, she succeeded.
I don't know. What was I working on?
Yep.
Oh, I was doing the fill-in on my a peacock, a badger.
Peacock, a unicorn, a
and
badger.
No, it's a peacock, a badger, a unicorn. Anyway.
Is that in frame? I hope so.
Yes, perfect.
And that's the chart.
Wow. It's beautiful.
And I'm doing the back. I'm doing everything. I'm doing the background and everything.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take me my lifetime, but it's okay. I love
That's
it.
beautiful. Let me show the chart.
Show the chart. Now, Diane is more of a monogamous stitcher. You have about what, 3 or 4 projects total?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but she really likes to
I
stick
like to
with
stick
one.
with one and just, I don't know.
Are these close-ups of?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's close-ups of
Yeah.
different vignettes. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Inside the sampler.
Yeah.
The different
Scarlet
groupings. By the
A lot of
scarlet
us
letter.
are stitching this
And I'm
now.
doing it in the
Beautiful.
call for silks.
So here's
Nice.
your.
I'm not sure about the linen, right? You think it might be a legacy? It feels
I
like it
think
might
it's
be
a
a legacy.
But where
Yeah.
it's basically a full coverage.
Yeah, so.
And it looks like you did your every 10. You did your little marks.
Oh, I always do that. I need marking spots to jump off of.
No,
it's
that's
a smart
takes
idea.
time-
It
It
is.
takes some time to put that in,
But it's a good
but
idea.
it saves time for me down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, beautiful stitching, and her back is beautiful too.
Just as.
Just
as
serious.
beautiful as the front.
Gorgeous.
Alrighty.
Awesome. You want to show another whip? And
Well,
then we'll
Yeah, we
bounce
have,
around.
those are all our whips, so let's see yours.
Well, I've been working on, I put it down after doing this third row of eyelets 3 times. But it's the Alexander's,
Yeah, of
Hands
yes,
Across the
yes.
Sea,
We'll show
and
the
I'm
cover.
doing the silk.
Oh,
what it
so
calls.
pretty. I
It's
love those
gorgeous.
I
colors.
love the color.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
said it
so-
was the row of eyelets, then you had stitched
Yes.
it and unstitched it, stitched it and unstitched it. You've got it down now though, it's done, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
3rd time's the charm on
That's
that
it.
one. And that was when I put it down for a little while, and that's when I started,
Do you remember what you're stitching this one on? Do you remember? It's okay if you don't,
It's
I was just
straw,
curious.
isn't it?
Straw, it looks like it.
It
could
looks
be.
like
It's-
straw.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like
it's
that.
straw.
And are you 40 or 36 preferably? One or the other typically?
36 is faster for me,
Yeah.
but I typically go for the coverage of 40. It
So
seems to
pretty.
be what I do.
Yeah.
And then I definitely got sidetracked with, and we're gonna touch on this when we get to,
We can do
Yeah,
that
we can
now.
show it now if you want.
Yeah,
That's
let's
part
do
of
it.
your ongoing.
Your whips.
it's the ATS 1871 by GigiR.
Oh, I
Grace
love it.
Paisley Stitcher, I think, is probably already done, because last time I saw hers, it was
Yeah.
pretty
I can't
much-
remember if
so
she's done or
pretty.
Grace, you're close too if you're not finished, right?
I think so,
Yeah.
because it's
Very
so the details when you start stitching and all the little details that are in there, the little tassels on the hats, the little this, the little, it's just
Yeah.
That
awesome
lion.
Oh, it's the best
I love the lion.
out of
And look at that
everything.
bird.
Yeah.
And the green frog, like, are you serious?
I So cute.
And then look at this little section with her dress.
Kim decided that looks like olive oil.
I
And
did.
It does.
I
It's
did.
olive
Is
oil.
it's the little thing in her hair at the back there.
It
that
does. It looks
olive
like
oil.
olive oil. That is so funny. Now I'll
Looks like she has
never.
a bustle or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cool. I love it. Let's
But
show
by
the chart.
the chart,
You can't
you
tell.
can't tell the colors. And the chart's deceived. It took me a while to figure out the chart.
I was confused by
The
it as
long,
well.
narrow one
This side,
on this side is actually the full
antique.
antique sampler. On the right is just the top, I'd say 2/3 portion.
So
It's
yeah.
leaving out the banding at the bottom.
Okay.
Got it.
And,
Yeah.
And the bird, the single bird that's got
So
the
this
legs.
side here only goes to here
Right,
on the antique.
right.
All this
Okay.
has been removed.
But there's also a bird on the top of this one.
That's
Oh, that's
it
not
too.
on there.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, there's a bird here that's not on it. So that's
Is it in the
quite a
chart
bit.
if you wanted to
Yes,
stitch it that
yes.
way? Okay, so you
Oh,
have the option.
so you have the whole thing?
Yeah.
Or no? Oh, okay.
It's the whole thing's charted.
Okay.
Grace is doing all of it, but the bird at the top.
Okay,
Oh,
She's doing all
wow.
this and everything down there.
awesome.
Very
Which
interesting.
I'm just doing the.
I'll show you this one more time.
So
It's
pretty.
so pretty. We love Gigi. We're all 3 Gigi fans over here.
Big time.
Oh, so pretty.
Gotta love Gigi.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Gigi,
Speaking of Gigi.
we went to see. Oh, you get the floss. Let's show the
Yeah.
floss.
Oh yeah.
Gotta show that. Oh my goodness, look at all these beautiful colors, blues and
Well, a lot of those are the devils. You know.
sure,
Oh, more
so
than.
it kind of
because you don't run out of something.
Right.
Because you know dye lot
Isn't it
changes.
Gentle Arts that
Look at Diane's so good. Look at she puts a nice little floss
I usually
card
have
on
a
there.
picture in there,
Yeah,
so I
I'll show
can
them
actually
that.
visually
Yeah.
see the picture.
So
That's
organized.
a good way.
we went to the attic, the three of us, yesterday, of course, and
Actually, that's why Kim really came.
really, yeah, we like to fool ourselves that she came to see us, but we know, and we're okay with it. We understand.
We get it.
We went to the attic and hung out and shopped, and Jean brought in some of her private collection, her Gigi whips,
Her Gigi whips, yeah.
her tart with her cute, beautiful starts, and oh my goodness, we were in heaven.
Makes you want to start them all.
Gigi, Jean is doing November
This
Gigi.
November, yep.
Go,
It's
she
Gigi
published
month.
Gigi month at the attic. So if you're not subscribed to her newsletter, go to the website. You can click on it and view it, and you need to do it soon, hint, hint. And you need to check into it and then join us for Gigi November.
Yes, yes.
Well, she's got some kind of fun stuff
Planned. So you gotta check
Yeah.
that newsletter
to
out.
go along with the offering, not aside from, but
The sampler of the month type thing, right?
Yeah, sample
Yeah.
of the month. So she's got a really
Something like a
fun
discount
deal
or
worked out with that.
Yeah.
And so go check it out. So we thought, we love GigiR so much. We thought we're gonna definitely join that. And so we thought today we would highlight some Gigi. So why don't you show, want to show some of your haul that you got?
I have a couple
Okay.
of GigiR charts that I picked up with my trip there yesterday. So these are the 2 new ones that I have that I'm going to be starting to celebrate the month of November as GigiR month.
and she's obsessed with the
That blue donkey.
donkey.
It's called Maria, Joseph, and the Donkey.
Yep.
And here's a little close-up kind of it. That blue donkey
I
is
can't
so
wait to see you
cute.
stitch that because I
know.
want to see how the colors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I saw this, Jennifer the Calculated Stitcher. I was watching her when I was at the airport. And I saw her show this one and I went, well, I'm going to the attic. I'm pretty sure I'm
So you
picking
had
that
an
one up.
inkling of some of the colors then.
Yes. Well, I don't know if she started the donkey yet, but she had talked about that's how I knew it was blue because I wouldn't have been necessarily able to tell, although it does look blue here. So then this is another one that I've been tempted by for such a long time. And Jean showed us her start on this, as well as FlossTube Nest of Petals is currently stitching this right now.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure Grace has stitched this one, right? Do you
I don't-
remember?
I
if
don't
this is one?
remember.
Remember if Mary Grace, she's
So what besides the birds, we all know you love the birds. What else do you love about this?
Honestly,
The
those
crazy lady?
vases, no, the crazy lady I will stitch because she's part of the chart. But the 2 vase of flowers, the 2 vases there
Oh,
with
so
the flowers,
pretty.
I really, really love those. We did have discussion about the rat.
Yeah, there's that black rat right down there in the bottom. He's pretty big.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna mimic the cat. Is it a cat from the other side?
There's a cat on the other
Yeah.
side. You're thinking that? Yeah, just doing a flip
Yeah.
of the cat because neither one of us really
Yeah.
like that black rat.
But I do love those birds.
The
so,
birds are
and those
beautiful.
flowers.
Yeah.
So
And I like the crazy lady. I don't know why.
See, I like it.
a lot of people do. I know.
Maybe because I'm a little crazy.
So those were my 2 GigiR purchases that I got from yesterday.
Love it. Let me show my GigiR finish.
Yep,
Do you
yep,
have it?
yep. I do, right here.
I brought my GigiR finish over. It's Mary Hunter, and I got it framed by Sandy at the attic. And I just love the colors of Mary Hunter so much.
This was a sal we did together.
Yes, and I had Sandy show me this frame that has like leaves and like berries on it, and I love it so much. I love the blue on there with the pinks. So that's my Gigi finish.
Yep.
And then I have 2 Gigi whips. So I want to work on this first one after seeing, did you show yours yet? No, show yours. Should we?
The done one, the frame?
Yeah, the done one. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks to Diane, I'm gonna show you her finish. Oh my gosh. Red Deer Sampler. Look at this amazingness. Oh, every time I come over here, I want to steal it on the way out.
And tell us what you stitched it with, Diane.
It's the Attic Silk Conversion. It's on Confederate Gray 40 count.
Oh, so pretty.
Yep. It's gorgeous.
It's so beautiful.
And you started it and I have it. So I'm still toying with the idea of stitching it without the border.
You're
Well, I
just
love the
Are
border.
you doing the
I
center
can't- I'm-
flower, or are you doing?
I know.
Are you
I know.
just doing the center, or are you doing the sides as well?
I know. I am still.
Because you really want just to do the big pot and the flower.
I
in the
may,
middle and the
but if
bottom,
I
right?
can get away with doing it without the border and stitch all the rest of the things
Oh,
inside,
I think you could.
I think so. I think I might because I love it.
I think there's enough in the middle
Yeah.
that it would hold its own with the frame
Yeah.
edge just moved in.
Yeah.
I think you'd be okay.
It's so pretty.
Diane did amazing.
That's
Beautiful.
I love it.
So I liked it before, but then when I saw her finish, I really loved it.
Yeah.
And so here's some of the silks, and I have a start, very little start, and I wasn't sure when I brought it over which way it went. I had to have Diane go look on her thing.
Look at the masterpiece.
I'm like,
and see.
oh, where am I at? This is the stem going into the pot of the big center there.
Yeah.
So
That'll probably be where I start, quite frankly.
yeah,
in the
just
middle
because
at the
there's so
bottom.
much
Yeah.
going on. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to try to put some time on that in November.
Yeah.
And then my other GigiR start
I
is
love her alphabet.
the alphabet, the letter A for Amy.
Does
And
she have one for every letter of the alphabet?
I think so.
Yes,
I
she
do.
does.
Okay.
And I started this. This was my birthday start back in 2021. I got a whole lot done. So Lakeside Vintage Pearl Barley with Gloriana Silk in Schoolhouse Red. And
Look at all
so
that silk.
there's my start, my little start. And it's just,
You just want to do all of them.
I know.
just
I
it's not
know.
enough time of the day, but just all
As
these
a
silks.
beginning stitcher, when I went to the attic that day, I'd seen the red deer, and I was just obsessed with it. I had no idea what I was getting into because I hadn't done any.
That was your first cross stitch getting back into it?
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
was within a few months.
Yeah.
And so
I
when
know.
Not worthy.
I went in and Carolyn, I was telling her you want to do the red deer? Yeah. And she said, well, do you want to do silks? And I'm like, well, sure. I didn't know. So she takes me back to the silk wall, and it took me about a year.
Yeah.
All told. It was a 2-year span, but I put it down and then it was about a year it took me.
Yeah.
But
One
it's
of her
done.
first projects
It's done.
into stitching, so
Yeah, just
That
have to
was-
keep going.
Yeah.
2 years ago that I started it.
it's so pretty.
So
I love it
amazing.
so much.
So
Okay.
amazing.
What's next?
So, do you have, should we show our Gigi haul that we got? You showed
I showed
yours.
mine.
Okay, I'll
Yep.
show my Gigi haul.
Okay.
All I got
Is
was
it
the
over-
it's
lemons
over here?
here.
Yeah.
Did you just get this?
I
one
got this, I got
yesterday?
the blue one like Kim, because that blue donkey.
The blue
And
donkey.
I like that it's Maria Joseph and the donkey. I love that. So I got that one as well. I don't think is that all my Gigi haul? I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because you've got others.
Yeah. Did you buy any? How about
Well,
just
she
show
has
your
a-
Because I
she
didn't
has-
get the.
Gigi
I
charts?
just got.
Scooch in a little
Yeah.
bit.
I just.
They're on the bottom of your pile. There's all your charts. So we
Let's
want to
show
show
those.
you. We want to show you more ideas because we're gonna do. Do you want to tell them
Yeah.
why? Yeah, tell them
Go
that.
ahead. So we're gonna do a hashtag. The attic loves GigiR. Since Jane is doing it for November, I don't know if you can see that very
You can
well.
scroll it, right?
I'll put it on the screen. The attic loves GigiR is going to be the hashtag. So join us and let's flood FlossTube and the internet and
Yes.
social media with all of our love for Gigi.
How fun.
And since we're at Diane's house, we said go get all your Gigi charts.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna take them out of plastic, but I'll do my best to
I want so many.
angle it.
So many
I want
more.
so many- I need to live a whole lot longer. Anyway. I
Yes,
think we all felt
we're
it.
collectors and we're stitchers. So, I don't know if I can read all these. Anne, Ariel,
Yeah. that's good.
Ariel. Anyway, in case you haven't seen that one, does that look a good angle?
Yes.
Okay. And if you think of anything that you love about it when I show it,
When we got them out, I wanted to do all of them.
Yes. Yes.
and that one is, how about you read it and hand it to me?
Okay.
Well, that one's in French, so anyway.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that.
We mentioned we got to see Jean's personal start. So a lot of these we've actually now seen in person started.
Amazing.
So Little Dutch sampler. The Biedermeier sampler.
Oh
I
my
saw
goodness.
that one stitched, and it is amazing.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's amazing.
Wow.
And then Mary Griffith.
Mary Griffith.
Right?
We
You
saw
just
that
got
one.
that one.
Sarah Esther Beeston.
And these are the ones we saw Jean had, right?
She had that one. I do
Yeah,
remember
and
that
I
one.
didn't know that those were were boys.
That's right.
I learned something new.
That's
I
right.
must say it in the chart in part of the.
It
when
might.
Gigi
It
talks
might.
about it.
Yep. And then we've got the letter D, of course, for Diane.
Yes.
I don't know. Initials all payon. This is one
Style
Jean
of the
had, right?
peacock.
Jean had this one, the
Yeah.
peacock, and she was using an overdyed silk, and it was so
And it
beautiful.
wasn't it variegated?
Variegated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really
It
pretty.
was-
Elizabeth Wendon.
All the work.
Oh, you do have this one. We were tempted by this one yesterday. The color red. That
Oh,
donkey.
yeah, that
Look
one.
at the donkey. I mean, how can you?
I know. I know. Again, Nest of Petals is stitching this one.
So
If
pretty.
you want to see it being stitched. So
Oh,
okay,
love those.
that's Diane's
just wanna
current
stitch all of
collection. Yeah.
All right, let's look at your other two finishes, Diane. What do you think?
Well, there's another surge. Everybody's doing
Yeah.
Feast of
Yeah.
Friendship, and of course that's Blackbird.
And this is one that was one of the re-releases, right? I think this wasn't
Yeah.
hard to find, but now it's been re-released. So if
I
you're
believe
interested,
so.
I don't know, Teresa, Strictly Stitchy, and I stitched that, and I changed. It's got Teresa's initials and my initials.
Oh, that's
and we
fun.
did it as a stitch
fun.
along. She and I met 2 years ago at the Bristol retreat that the attic puts on, and we became really, really good friends. Just like
Aw.
I didn't know you two until,
yeah,
I mean, my goodness, and everybody talks about it all the time about how amazing. Of course, we're all going to start crying.
I know.
No,
I'm
don't-
like careful.
But it's just so cool to meet all of you fun people and have such cool relationships and Zooms and
And it happened so
It
quickly.
just-
I
yeah.
can't believe, like, when I think back that I just started a couple years ago, I feel like I have had friends for
Well, I
10,
met
20
you-
years,
I
you
met
know?
you while you were working at the attic,
Mm-hmm.
and when I would go in, and again, I only started stitching in late 2019. I didn't realize how awesome it was for me to have the attic
Me too.
as my local needlework store.
right.
Me too.
I
You
know.
know, and
Yeah.
as time goes by, of course, you catch on real quick. I didn't start,
Yes, you do.
I didn't start out the first 2 or 3 projects and with a sampler of that sort. Of course, going into the attic,
Yeah,
I stitched samplers.
Well, and you see the models, and that's
Well,
what draws you
it
to.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we wanted to show you all of her finishes as
Yeah.
we're here at her house.
And
because
this is Ellen Harrison by
Ellen Harrison.
Needlework Press.
Oh, I love this.
I have a thing apparently about stags. I seem to be attracted to the quirky.
She's a thing
Yes,
about
you
stags.
like the quirky. Yeah.
I love it. It's beautiful. Every time I come over, I have to walk around and look at her.
So
Well, those are the only
pieces.
3 things I've gotten framed.
These are
but I
your-
have hopes for other things.
yeah.
But they're just big, huge, amazing pieces that I'm like aspired to getting this kind of stitching done. Oh,
And
I
they
love
were
it.
all framed at the attic, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes.
By Miss
did a
Sandy, our-
fabulous
Yep.
job. She
we
does
love our
such a
Sandy.
beautiful job.
Yeah.
Let's see your other finishes that you have that aren't framed
Well,
yet.
Yeah.
these are the ones that are in the queue for framing. Of course, we recognize this one because
Yay.
the designer's right next to me.
All right,
She
this is a
reproduced.
reproduction. Yes.
And
AM
I've been thinking about
1918.
maybe doing the hem stitch on that though. Might be kind of cool to drape
Really
it over a
fun.
little chair.
That's a
or
good
Yes,
idea.
I love
I'm
that.
thinking maybe something different than a frame.
Yeah.
It's a perfect stitch for that.
Yes, it's not too big.
Yeah.
And
And that was linen that I wasn't crazy about the color, so I thought, well, what the heck? What do I have to lose? So I dunked it, and that's how I ended up with
Ooh.
that color.
Dunked it in some
beautiful.
coffee.
Some coffee,
Right?
Mhm.
Diane keeps a jar of coffee in her fridge, and she'll just like, oh, that lace is, yeah. She was like, that lace is too bright. Let's
Yeah.
go dunk it.
Last
She comes
night-
in, gets the coffee out of the jar, heats it up, dunks it, and we're like, you go,
Perfect.
girl.
Yeah.
She's so on top of her
Yeah.
game. This girl
Well,
over
and
here.
on this bag that
We're gonna
Oh,
show
that's
you
right.
I
that.
show
Yep.
them. That's what we did on.
This is a finish. Okay, I had this Brenda Gervais Winter Rose Manor project bag panel that I bought at least over a year ago. And it's been sitting there, and I'm like, I need help because I'm not very skilled at it. And so I asked Diane, I said,
Well, it's a panel, so it's sitting there, but you need to. figure
yeah,
out-
you need to cut it out and sew it together. So I said, Diane, can I bring it over? Will you help me? She's like, of course. And then I told her, I said, this is just the label here on the top. It's on the panel. It says Winter Rose Madder Project Bag. I said, I want that. Because the panel, the bag is only supposed to be this printed part and this printed part. And I said, how about we add this red and make it bigger and put this on there? And even though it's not really meant to be on there. Well, it was too white. Yeah. And so Diane's like, we gotta go dunk it in some coffee. So we came in and it made it the perfect color, I think, for this bag. And so now I have this beautiful project bag. Look at the inside fabric she had for it. Oh, it's so cute. And I love it.
Well, that determined the size because we went off of that to decide
I mean, it's probably bigger than normal.
How wide to do the bordering on the side.
Yeah. We
made it fit.
We had to make it.
Kind of
like I like having different size bags because then I can put multiple projects in here or a big project.
It's nice and tall.
And if you use any kind of what are those scroll frame? No.
The Q
snaps or whatever.
Scroll rods,
it's nice to have big bags.
It's just cute.
Yeah.
Plus it's cute. So thanks to Diane, I have this really cute finish. Speaking of Diane's finishes.
I was gonna say this is perfect. And Diane makes things for because she likes to make them. She loves to sew, and she's gifted us. You've seen me share my beautiful pink project bag, or not travel bag that she recently gave me. Just oh my gosh. So anyway, when we've been visiting and we were sitting in the craft room, she has these travel keepers that let me show you her tag here so you can see. Yep, there's a tag in there that she has made, and we are really encouraging her to consider selling them. So we would suggest that you follow the Woodpecker's Daughter on Instagram, because if we do convince her, I think that's where you'll be able to see them come up. Yes, the workmanship, we can't speak, we just can't say enough about.
The big one. There's a bigger size.
A bigger size, yep. So
that's a nice little size, though.
It's a perfect little size.
So we wanted to show them and brag about her because she's so talented.
Yes.
And if she does decide to sell some someday, you would need to follow her on Instagram. But if she doesn't, I'm sorry, we'll just be the ones to keep enjoying it.
So
she's so talented.
So we hope she will.
Yeah, for sure. Did you have another finish you didn't show?
Yes, you have a couple more finishes in there.
Yes.
Well, it's in my project roll.
Oh, that's part one she made as well. Exactly.
Look at this.
Those are very handy.
They really are.
Tell what you used in there.
It's a pool noodle.
Yep.
A swimming pool noodle.
Yeah. And you can only get it if, believe it or not, here we are in Arizona, and you would think that all the pool stores, anybody would always have pool noodles. And I was doing them in the winter, and they're like, well, that's a seasonal item. And I'm like, we live in Arizona. People use their pools year round. You don't have pool noodles? So I ended up ordering on Amazon, okay? So the first ones that came, they had folded them.
Oh my God.
Folded a pool noodle.
What?
Yes. And so it doesn't,
No.
the crease doesn't come out.
No. Oh my gosh.
You folded a pool noodle. Really?
Somebody was using their smarts for
noodle.
that.
They
They weren't using their
They
noodle.
weren't using their noodle. That's right.
So that's just genius. Look at, she has it gathered with a pretty little ribbon on each end.
Yeah.
Beautiful fabrics, a little tie.
Yeah.
So these are the most amazing.
They're just real handy.
Handy.
Yes.
Because once you press it and it's in the queue and you're waiting, or you need to just take it somewhere, you can roll it up. But anyway, this is my birds of a feather. That was my unicorn, and so I found it at an affordable price.
Yeah.
And 2 months later, they re-released it.
Of course they did.
Of course.
Like,
Yeah. You can
well,
stitch
whatever.
this now too.
But I stitched that on 40 count Old Massachusetts by Primitive Hair.
You
It's
said
like
that's
a
one of
linen
your
lace.
favorites.
I really like
You
it.
really
Oh.
like that. Yeah.
So beautiful. I have this on my to-do list.
Yeah.
My
That's
to-do.
so
I have a to-do book.
Well, and my berry bowls, I didn't use the two linens like it was originally designed, but that was one of my very, very first. I did that one before Red Deer.
Wow.
And I was off a little bit, and so I ended up having to figure out how to do the
Cartouche?
cartouche in the middle. So now I need to have Amy help me chart something to put in. I still haven't decided what's going to fit.
Okay.
But I love the colors in that.
Yeah.
It is just.
I know what you put in there. To my good friend,
I see
Amy.
this coming.
I thought about putting.
You don't know how often I would say that.
I knew that was coming.
I lost my mom in 2010, and at one point I had thought about putting
You should something
That'd
to
be
her.
in reference to her.
That would be wonderful.
I think that would be nice.
So we'll,
I'll help you do that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's beautiful,
Beautiful.
Diane.
But those are the things. I've got some other stuff that's I do it and then I just put it away and start on more. So I'm finally getting a few things framed.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Red Deer was my first framing.
And those are all the things that you've stitched just since 2019. Those finishes. What you've shared with us today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
basically the last 3 years.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's quite an accomplishment.
So.
Especially because all the sewing you do. So that is
Right.
a
Well,
lot.
I typically, well, I was still working, but I retired last of April, so I don't work at all anymore. But I sew in the day, and then after dinner, then I stitch.
In the
Nice.
evening.
Then I stay up too late, and then I get up.
Start all over again.
Repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sew,
Very
stitch,
nice.
repeat. Sew, stitch, repeat.
That's it.
That's awesome.
That's
That's
my
it.
chant.
So I have a few more things that you want to show what we
Yeah,
picked
show
up,
you
the rest
show
of
what
the
you
things?
did.
Okay.
Hand them over. Hand me my
All
stuff
right.
over there, and
So
then you can finish.
having finished the other scattered seed samplers bird, I picked up this one to do, and that stitched up very quickly. So that's the next one they had at the attic. Just came out. I think it just came out.
It just
anyway.
came out, I
Okay,
think
so
so.
I got that one, and then Hannah Smith.
You don't want to set those over by me.
You're right. I'm keeping an eye on my. They're coming
Yeah,
home
why do
with
you
me.
think she's got this big bag?
They're
She
coming
just
home with
slides them
me.
in there.
I love that house down there at the bottom. So,
Needlework press.
and then this was because you were asking Carolyn about this.
Yeah.
And I saw it's on the wall at the attic.
Yeah,
And
they
then,
were
you know that chart when we saw it stitched?
so different.
Yeah.
Jean used 103, and she and a stitched model in there. And I was asking Carolyn, I'm like, I have a lot of Christmas, and I like to do all the holiday fun stuff for my grandkids and to decorate. But I said, I'm lacking on my religious, stitching, and I want to have something. And so she showed me this,
Yeah.
and we all fell in love with it. So
The way it's pictured, it looks like 3 separate bands. So you just decide if you're going to do them separate or. If
well,
you're
this
gonna
is
do
it
them
broken up. This is
Yeah.
This is
On the
this
same
is
piece?
this is this half is zoomed in here,
Oh,
and then
gotcha.
this half is over here.
So the top is the actual.
The top is the actual all of it
Yeah,
together.
and that's the one at the attic, and it's on a very modeled fabric.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
a modeled gold fabric. And I think she
Beautiful.
said late. It was probably lakeside.
It looked like it could have been a.
It was really
vintage
pretty.
gold or something.
Yeah.
And then of course.
This came out, and then I'm gonna insert a picture. I took a picture. Jean stitched this, and
Yes.
she had it in the shop. So I'll insert a picture of her stitched piece. And I've been waiting for this book to come out. Oh my goodness.
We all.
Yes.
This was a big one.
It was a big one. I'll
Yeah.
show you the back. I'm sure you guys have all seen it, but
Yeah.
I'm going to insert the picture of Jean stitching. It's really pretty.
which
I'm
one
sure
are
she
you-
did a silk conversion if it's not in silk.
Which one are you
Right.
going to do first?
Oh, I don't. That's a good question.
I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't
I know
know.
you
I'm,
like all of
I'm
them.
gonna enjoy just looking at the book, right?
I know. I think I kind
For a
of.
while before I
kind
decide.
of. Do you have one that you like? I really like this
I
one.
do too.
There's a couple of punch needle in there as well. So
Yeah.
eventually, when I ever learn to punch needle,
That's on my to-do list also.
and this was part of my haul. This is Rustic. Let me get you the name of it. Rustic Charm by Seraphim Fabric. So this is a piece of 40 count, and I purchased this for my start on Hannah Sanderson, which I finally decided what Lynn and I want to use now after seeing they have the antique there at the attic, and this was a
Oh, it is
beautiful
so
match.
beautiful. Oh my
right?
gosh.
And I was also able to really narrow down for sure that for me, I'm not stitching the top portion, I won't be stitching the words, and I'm not stitching the outside border. So I'll just be stitching this inner section at the bottom. And I've decided for sure
and
that's
I think
what
I'm
I'm
going to
doing.
do the bottom, the sides.
With the
bottom.
border,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
I
so-
think I'm gonna do the
Sorry.
same thing. I think I want to. Actually, no. Well, I don't know. I'm back and forth on the border, but I'll for sure do the top band. all the innards, and then it does have pretty prominent like
corner
corner pieces that you could leave that bottom border off. So I'm back and forth.
That would designate.
Yeah.
I'm back and forth, but we held this up to the antique at the attic, which is amazing.
Oh, it is just.
This is super close.
Yeah. So that was a good choice.
I told him yesterday, you need to hand out bibs when people walk through the door so they don't drool on.
It's so beautiful. And then, of course, just a couple of random flosses that I needed, or just some silks. I always try to pick up a silk when I'm there because it's just so pretty to look at the wall.
Pink.
Yeah,
And
right?
pink.
Right?
They're pretty.
Cinnabar,
Beautiful.
a beautiful silk. So that was those
That's
were my
your haul?
purchases. Yep.
Nice. How about you? Did you have
I
any?
bought some linen. I got some
Oh, yes.
for my Hannah.
Yep, she did that.
I got some of that as well for Hannah. So
Yeah.
we all are set up on that. I think you're the one that showed me these. This is part of my haul.
That's what we used in our boxes for that center.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Do you have your box handy?
Oh, I don't. We
Okay.
should have had Diane's box.
get one.
Go get your
Picture.
box.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
We'll just stop and I'll cut it out.
Oh.
Or let's hear something you want to say.
I forgot that you can do
Keep
that.
talking.
I forgot that you can do that. She can edit.
Well, if you have a story.
Do I
can
have a
just cut
story?
it. I don't know.
Oh
Do
my
you have a
gosh,
story?
I could just go on and on about what a wonderful weekend it's been. It's just been so much fun.
Okay, so first of all, look at this beautiful stitching box. Oh, you guys have seen mine.
Everybody's making them and they're so fun.
Everybody's making them,
many
so fun,
variations.
but Diane helped us do ours and they're so gorgeous. But see her D there in the center? If you lift this little flap up, she's got her little scissors and her compartment in there. But this letter is what I'm going to show you the book she got out, the letters out of it. She made me an A. She made us all letters. And
Well, I had
So
several
pretty.
people ask me where that came from, and so it's good you're showing the book.
Yeah.
I got them on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are from
So
Amazon.
hopefully readily available.
Yeah.
And so I ordered them because I love French. Are they French letters, do you think?
Monogram.
It looks like it.
It
when
looks
it's
like
Kinda.
French,
those
right?
words.
Point de croix.
Oh yeah.
That's French.
So I love everything scrolly and beautiful about these. So I got these two
Yeah.
books. And then I think it was Kathy
Bourne.
Bourne
Okay.
showed this book.
That's got some
And
great
so I jumped on Amazon and got this one as well. So that's some of my haul. And then I have the same haul that we just showed you, like him from the attic. So that's all my haul. Do you have any other haul to show? No?
I don't think so.
We've just been having fun and hanging out, and Diane has two stitching rooms,
Yeah.
sewing rooms, and they're amazing. And so every time I have a big project, I come over here and ask her to help me. She's so nice and talented.
And they're very well organized. I mean, she knows where everything is.
Everything's very organized.
But
Has
it's
a
like
place.
50 pounds of stuff stashed into 5-pound bags.
Well organized,
It's not the way
5-pound
everybody's
bag.
craft room is.
It is.
Sewing
Yeah.
room,
Yeah.
craft
Very
room,
organized.
all purpose,
Yeah.
whatever.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Anything else we should bring up?
Gosh, I think that's everything I have here.
We're gonna try to figure out how to share it to put on both of our channels to catch everybody, but
But if not, it'll for sure be Mrs. Flossie
yeah,
on YouTube.
Surely you should be able to do that,
I
right?
hope so. We'll see. I'll try.
Okay. I'm
All
not
right.
techie. Everybody knows I'm not techie.
We're
so.
gonna wrap it up, and we want to thank you for joining us today. And if you're not following Kim, the Contented Needleworker, or Diane Woodpecker's daughter on Instagram, and
Or
Kim,
Mrs. Flossie.
well, if they're watching
That
on
has
my
an
channel. If we get it on Kim, if you're watching this on Kim's channel, come follow me too.
But you have an Etsy store where you do sell.
Oh, I
your
do. I have an
charts.
Etsy store.
The attic
Yes.
has your charts.
Look at her. She's
Yes.
promoting me. Thank
So,
you.
yes.
Love
And I
it.
don't forget my latest video before I do another one. Hopefully you'll have a chance to go over and leave a comment saying that you would like one of Amy's PDF downloads because she's gonna give away 2. So make sure you leave the keyword there on
Look
that
around,
video.
see what else is there and coming soon.
Yes.
Coming
There's a-
soon.
Yes. Yes.
There's a
Yes.
Christmas cross stitch coming soon.
So much
Yes.
fun.
I'm excited about it. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much and have a great day and stay flossy, my friends. Bye.
talk to the camera.
Talk to Diane.
As much as you can.
I'm gonna look at Diane because
Yeah.
that's where the camera's at.
Talk to
Smart.
myself. I do that all the time
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay, so
Okay, quiet on set.
rolling.
Take one.
Take
Who knows how
one.
many there'll be.
Take one. Day one.
Doing
Go
it.
forward.
Hour
no,
one.
don't go
Doing
back.
it.
Okay,